keeping our eyes on this morning. Shares of Novo Nordisk plunging by the most on record today after disappointing data from its experimental obesity drug. Joining us now for more, senior healthcare reporter Anjalee Khemlani. Anj, you just saw the stock down over 20% off of good news that wasn't good enough for the weight loss that comes off this drug. Talk to us about what we learned today.
Yeah, that's right. And really sets Novo Nordisk up for the biggest loss on record in basically over 20 years. Really bad news for what was the first mover in this space. We saw Novo Nordisk come out with its semaglutide drugs Ozempic and then Wegovy, and now with CagriSema, it seems to be taking a bit of a step back in the race, at least. If you look at the comparison to Novo Nordisk, the company just came out with rival Eli Lilly. You look at the numbers, and CagriSema came out with 22.7% compared to its older drugs, which had 14% weight loss. That's pretty good, but it only just surpassed Mounjaro and Zepbound, that's Eli Lilly's drugs, as well as retatrutide, which is Lilly's newcomer in the space at 24%. Now, this is because management really set the tone. They had CagriSema coming up to about 25%, so expectations were set at that bar. And though it seems close enough, it's just not quite there. So it's disappointing for for investors to take a look at that. Even though it is a better product, it is not a market beater at this point. It still is a little bit of a laggard. And so we also don't know, coming down the pike, we also have Eli Lilly's oral option, orforglipron. I always have to think about how to say that one. And that also we have to see the numbers for. So investors are basically saying, great, it's a new drug, it's out there, but it just isn't going to be enough to make it a really big product for the company.
Put this in context for us, because Novo Nordisk was on top of the world, right? They were up about 50% last year. They're actually up for 5 straight years. They could break that streak if this decline holds. Why, when they have such a blockbuster, are they sort of seeming to struggle? Is it just a matter of competition?
It is a matter of competition, and that was the thing that investors were worried about from the start. As soon as Novo came out the door with Ozempic, Lilly was chasing its tail pretty closely with a supposedly better product. If you look at the two side by side, experts say that Lilly's product also has less uncomfortable side effects. And so that is the reason why, plus the higher percentage of weight loss, gives Lilly the leg up compared to Novo, and is the reason why you've seen Lilly race ahead to overtake what was supposed to be United Healthcare last year, a couple of years ago, as the potential frontrunner for the first $1 trillion healthcare company. And Lilly is still holding that lead because of its products, because of that. In addition, the shortages. Lilly was the first to get off shortage. Novo is supposedly not too far behind, but we'll have to see what the FDA decides on that front. So lots of pieces put together. Novo came out the door first, but it's hit a couple of speed bumps since.
Especially as you consider potential policy changes to come under the new administration as well.
We don't know where that. We don't know where that goes. It could be more coverage. It could be more restrictions. So that's why it's a wait and see right now on that front.
Absolutely, Anj. Thank you so much as always for joining us. Really appreciate it.